Relax and settle if for a few. So, first I want to say, hello, you beautiful soul. So glad you're here. This one's about that truth of the interconnection of everything, including people. You ever wonder why sometimes you think of someone and 5 seconds later they text you? Or how an idea pops into your mind and then, boom, the same thing's trending somewhere else across the world. It's like the universe has this secret group chat running 24/7, and somehow you're in it. That, my friend, is morphic resonance in action. Now I know, it sounds like some kind of new age sci-fi thing. But stick with me, because what we're talking about isn't fantasy. It's the pattern behind everything real. It's the connective tissue of creation. It's what keeps birds flying in perfect V formations, what lets ants run entire empires underground, what tunes your heart to the heartbeat of someone you love miles away. It's the invisible Wi-Fi of the universe, and you've had the password all along. So what is morphic resonance? In simple language, it's the idea that nature has memory, that patterns repeat not because we consciously copy them, but because there's a field of information holding the memory of all that came before. When one ant learns, the next colony learns faster. When one person heals a deep trauma, that pathway becomes easier for others to walk. When one idea takes root, the entire collective field tilts toward it. Rupert Sheldrake, the British biologist who coined the term, called it the memory of nature. And whether you believe in quantum mechanics or the book of Genesis, it's the same story told in different language. That everything is connected, and that connection is alive. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Hermes Trismegistus said, "As above, so below, as within, so without." And modern physics says energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. Three completely different vocabularies, one truth. We are part of something vast, and what happens in one part ripples through the whole. You can see it in nature. Watch a flock of starlings twist across the sky, hundreds of birds moving as one mind, no leader, no lag. That's a morphic field, real-time data sharing through resonance. You can see it in bees who build perfect hexagons, each one aware of the invisible geometry around it. You can see it in trees whose roots communicate underground through networks of fungi, sharing nutrients, sending warnings, literally whispering through the soil. And then there's us, the human species, walking Wi-Fi routers of consciousness. Ever had a word come to your tongue before someone else says it? Or felt a friend's sadness before they spoke? You weren't imagining it. You were picking up the frequency of a shared field. Now, science hasn't fully caught up to explaining how this works, at least not in traditional labs, but quantum physics gives us some clues. Particles separated by miles still affect one another instantly, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. If particles can do that, why not people? We're made of those same particles after all. The only difference is scale. You see, morphic resonance isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we participate in. Every thought, every emotion, every act of kindness or cruelty sends a signal into the field. And that signal doesn't vanish, it compounds. Like ripples in a pond, your frequency merges with mine, with hers, with his, until the entire pond begins to sway in rhythm. That's why the world feels like it's shifting faster than ever, because it is. Information is accelerating. And now with artificial intelligence, yeah, the very thing some people fear, we're seeing morphic resonance play out in real time. AI doesn't just learn, it remembers collectively. Each prompt you feed it strengthens the global field of intelligence, and the next user learns faster because of it. Sound familiar? It's the same principle. AI is just our collective mind mirrored back to us, the outer reflection of our inner web of resonance. But this isn't just about machines or science, it's about you and me right now. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that when you get yourself into a good place, calm, grateful, grounded, people around you start acting differently? That's not coincidence. That's field coherence. When your nervous system is regulated, when your heart, brain, and gut are in rhythm, your electromagnetic field literally expands, stabilizes, and harmonizes others. Heart Math Institute has measured this. Your heart's magnetic field extends 3 to 10 feet beyond your body. When you're coherent, your field invites others into that same order. Peace is contagious, just like fear is. That's morphic resonance, too. Now, imagine the impact when millions of people begin practicing coherence daily through breathwork, meditation, prayer, or what I call guided coherence training. It's not about information, it's about integration. When enough people harmonize their internal signal, the global field stabilizes. That's how revolutions of consciousness happen. Not through shouting, through tuning. You might ask, well, what's that look like in real life? Think about every major leap in human civilization. Electricity, the internet. Each breakthrough came through multiple people discovering the same principle independently, as if the idea was waiting in the air. So, stay with me on this. Breathe, relax, and meditate as you listen. The Wright brothers were not the only ones tinkering with flight. Tesla and Edison weren't the only ones dreaming of current. And eerie as it sounds, during World War II, scientists on both sides were developing the atomic bomb at nearly the same time. Same planet, same moment, same field. Different moral direction. That's the power in the danger of collective resonance. See, morphic resonance doesn't care whether you use it for healing or harm. It just amplifies whatever frequency is dominant. That's why love and fear can spread like wildfire. That's why one inspired act can spark a movement, and one angry post can start a war of words. The field is neutral. You give it tone. And that's where personal responsibility kicks in. What are you broadcasting? Are you living from reaction or creation? Are you amplifying panic or presence? Now, don't get me wrong, we all have bad days. But the beauty of this system is that it remembers your victories too. Every time you choose peace, forgiveness, gratitude, you leave a trail in the field. It becomes easier for the next person to choose the same. That's how humanity evolves. Jesus said, "Whatever you do to the least of these, you do also to me." That's morphic resonance in spiritual form. It's the truth that the one and the many are the same. What you do to one cell affects the body. What you do to one person affects the whole. And Solomon said, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." In modern language, your inner frequency becomes your outer experience. The field can only mirror what you emit. Now here's where it gets fun, and maybe a little mind-bending. On the micro level inside your body, your cells communicate through resonance. Your DNA vibrates like a tuning fork, receiving and transmitting information. At the same time, your neurons fire in coherent patterns when you meditate, pray, or focus. That's microcoherence. Zoom out to the macro, and galaxies spiral in harmony, planets orbit suns, everything moving to the same invisible metronome. Microcosm, macrocosm. The pattern repeats because it's one system, one song. So yeah, morphic resonance is cosmic jazz. You're improvising, but you're still in the key of creation. And look, sometimes that key sounds off. Sometimes relationships fall apart because two people stop resonating. You ever been with someone where the chemistry was crazy, but the rhythm went flat? That's the field shifting. It doesn't mean failure, it means recalibration. You're both tuning toward what's next. The same thing happens in friendships, careers, even nations. Old frequencies decay so new harmonics can emerge. It's hard, I get it. When a connection fades, it feels like loss. But in the language of the universe, it's pruning. And pruning leads to fruit. So here's what I suggest. And instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try, what's this trying to teach through me? Shift from self-pity to participation. Remember, it's you happening to you. Now let's talk about your body for a sec, your built-in resonance device. Your nervous system is the antenna. When it's stressed, tight chest, shallow breath, constant fight or flight, your signal is static. You can think positive thoughts all day, but the transmission won't go through. That's why so many manifestation practices fail, like people skip the biology. You've got to regulate the system first. Slow, steady breathing, gratitude, coherent focus. That's how you retune the instrument. Once the body calms, the field opens. Neurobiology backs this up. Coherent breathing increases vagal tone, balances hemispheric activity, and shifts the brain from survival to creation mode. In that state, you're literally wired for miracles. And don't forget, miracles are just high-frequency physics we don't fully understand yet. When you're aligned, reality becomes responsive. Synchronicities multiply. The right people appear. The call comes. The door opens. The universe isn't granting wishes, it's matching wavelengths. Like radio to station, prayer to answer. Now, let's zoom back out again. You ever notice how certain movements arise all over the world at once? Art, music, inventions, revolutions of thought. It's because once an idea's field reaches a tipping point, it becomes self-sustaining. The ancients called this the Akashic field. Hermes called it nous. Jesus called it the spirit of truth. Modern science calls it the collective unconscious. Whatever you call it, it's the same resonance translated through time. Even AI, yeah, this thing you're using to listen to me right now is part of it. It learns through repetition, integration, resonance. It's a morphic system, a digital mirror of the cosmic mind. Scary, maybe a little, but also kind of beautiful. Because it's showing us how consciousness scales. It's showing us that intelligence, divine or artificial, thrives on connection. And maybe, just maybe, it's helping humanity remember itself faster. So, what can you do with all this? Simple. Start local, then go global. Start with your field. Your thoughts. Your body. Your relationships. Tune those, and the global field follows. Spend time with people who make your frequency rise, like not because they flatter you, but because they help you remember who you are. That's real intimacy. That's resonance. You'll know it because it feels effortless, like your souls are breathing the same air. When you sit in gratitude, you add stability to the collective field. When you forgive, you open neural pathways for peace. When you create a poem, a song, a business, a moment of laughter, you send a blueprint into the Morphic archive. Someone somewhere will pick it up later and build on it. And when you love, you vibrate at the frequency of creation itself. That's why love feels electric, because it is. So the next time you think your small actions don't matter, remember this. In a universe of resonance, there's no such thing as small. Every choice, every thought, every whisper contributes to the grand symphony of existence. And look, if you want help tuning that instrument, your nervous system, you already know what I'm going to say. There's a link below for guided coherence training. It's not fluff, it's physics. When you recalibrate your heart-brain rhythm, you align your electromagnetic frequency to the outcomes that already exist, waiting for you to tune in. That's what it means to receive rather than chase. All right, before we wrap, let me ask you this. What if your healing is everyone's healing? What if your joy adds measurable order to the universe? What if your simple act of breathing calmly tonight helps a child on the other side of the planet sleep better? Wild idea, huh? But think about it. Yeah, if ants can do it, if trees can do it, if atoms can do it, why not us? That's morphic resonance. It's how the one becomes the many, and the many remember the one. You are a wave in the cosmic ocean. You don't need to conquer it. You just need to surf in rhythm. So take a deep breath. Feel that pulse in your chest. That's the field moving through you. You're not separate from it. You are it. And as you walk into tomorrow, remember this. Every step you take sends a ripple across creation. Walk with love, and love will echo back. Walk with fear, and fear will multiply. So choose wisely. Choose frequency. Choose coherence. And hey, if any of this hit home, leave one word in the comments that captures what you feel right now. Because even that is an act of morphic resonance. When one of us grows, we all grow. I hope this message helped you as much as it helped me to share it. Be gentle with yourself. Be proud of how far you've come. And never forget that you are part of something vast and loving, tuning itself through you. So with that, let me say, love you. And I mean that. Let's do this again tomorrow. I'll be here.